Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news. There's some serious buzz swirling around the AFC North right now, folks, and it's related to a potential blockbuster move that could reshape the division's landscape in the very near future. Rumors are heating up that the Cincinnati Bengals might be making a bold move, trading their star wide receiver T. Higgins to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now I know what you're probably thinking. T. Higgins. That's a game changer, and it's not just speculation. Sources are indicating that the Bengals, currently sitting at 3-6 with a defense giving up over 33 points per game, are in full rebuild mode. They're focusing on their long-term future, especially with the looming contract situation of Chase and their cap space, which is around $11 million. The Bengals' front office appears to be shifting gears, prioritizing Chase's extension and possibly letting Higgins go, especially after their recent struggles with over 300 points allowed, and a defense that's been giving up big plays all season long. So what exactly is on the table? Well, the Steelers are reportedly eyeing Higgins big time, and the Bengals could be willing to send him packing in exchange for a first-round pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. That's a significant haul, and it signals that Pittsburgh is serious about boosting their WR core to push for a deeper playoff run this year and beyond. Higgins, who's been a reliable and consistent target for Joe Burrow, has shown flashes of elite talent, and his addition could be exactly what the Steelers need to elevate their offense. Right now, Pittsburgh's offense has been solid, but adding a player like Higgins, with his contested catch ability, speed, and route running, could turn the Steelers into a more explosive unit, especially in the red zone. Let's get into what Higgins brings to the table. In 2025, even with injuries limiting him to just 9 games, Higgins managed to rack up 32 catches for 481 yards and 6 touchdowns, averaging 15 yards per reception. His yards after catch, YAC, is around 4.1, and he's known for his hands of steel, 50% contested catch rate, which is pretty impressive. Over his career, Higgins has accumulated 362 receptions for over 5, 0 yards and 40 touchdowns, with a career average of 15 yards per catch. While he's had some injury setbacks, his 2025 performance still shows he's a reliable option, and he's shown flashes of elite route running that remind some of Davante Adams. His size, speed, and ability to win jump balls in tight spots make him a perfect fit for the Steelers' offensive scheme, especially as they look to maximize their red zone efficiency. Now, the Steelers, with a cap space of around $15 million, see a perfect opportunity here. They're already deep in WR talent with Pickens, and adding Higgins would give them a dynamic duo that could be lethal across the field. Imagine a combination of Pickens and Higgins, creating a duo capable of combining for over 2.0 receiving yards in a season. That kind of firepower, combined with the Steelers' established running game led by Najee Harris, who's been improving his yards per carry, would make Pittsburgh's offense much more unpredictable and dangerous. Adding Higgins could also boost their EPA per target by approximately 18%, and their red zone touchdown rate could increase by as much as 25%. That's the kind of impact that can turn a good team into a Super Bowl contender. Statistically, Higgins' PFF grade of 76.5 ranks him as a solid, if not elite, receiver, around the 23rd spot among wideouts. His contested catch percentage and route running skills are what set him apart, and he's proven to be a reliable target for Burrow, especially during tight coverage. For the Steelers, who have been looking to upgrade their vertical threat and red zone options, Higgins could be the X-factor that pushes them over the top. The potential pairing with George Pickens is tantalizing. Both are young and ascending talents, and together they could form one of the most dynamic duos in the league. Their combined yards could push the Steelers' offense from a solid 23.6 points per game to nearly 27, especially if they can capitalize on more red zone opportunities. The implications extend beyond just the offensive firepower. Adding Higgins would give the Steelers a major advantage in the red zone, with a plus 25% TD rate boost, making them a nightmare for opposing defenses. When defenses have to concentrate on Higgins and Pickens, it opens up opportunities for other playmakers, and it allows the Steelers to be more versatile on offense. But perhaps most importantly, this move could give Pittsburgh a mental edge in the division, as they would be adding a proven deep threat and reliable target that could be the difference maker in close games. Now, what about the odds? Well, the Super Bowl odds are moving in Pittsburgh's favor right now. Initially, they were at plus 1,500, which was pretty generous considering their roster and recent performances. But with the potential addition of Higgins, those odds could tighten significantly, dropping all the way down to plus 600. That's a clear sign that oddsmakers see this move as a real shot at making a deep playoff run, especially if the Steelers can keep their defense stout and their offense more explosive. Higgins in Pittsburgh isn't just about boosting the passing game, it's about shifting the entire division's power balance. If this trade goes through, it could set off a chain reaction across the AFC North, with Cincinnati potentially losing their top receiver, and Baltimore and Cleveland having to adjust their defensive schemes to contain Pittsburgh's newfound offensive firepower. Of course, the Steelers aren't just sitting back and waiting. They're known for their aggressive front office and their willingness to make bold moves when the time is right. They see the potential here and are likely to push hard to get this deal done, especially if it means boosting their chances for a Super Bowl appearance. With Mike Tomlin's leadership and a roster that's already competitive, Higgins would be the cherry on top, a true game changer that could help Pittsburgh finally break through and reclaim division dominance. Now, some might wonder about the chemistry and fit, but it's worth noting that Higgins has shown he can thrive in a high-powered offense, and his skill set complements the Steelers' style perfectly. With the right coaching and integration, he could become a focal point of the passing game, freeing up more opportunities for George Pickens and other playmakers. The Steelers' quarterback situation is still solid, and with a receiver like Higgins, they could finally have that explosive element that has been missing at times this season. It's an exciting prospect, and if this move happens, fans will be talking about it for years as a turning point in Pittsburgh's quest for another Super Bowl. And let's not forget the ripple effects. Adding Higgins would likely drive up the value of the Steelers, other receivers, increase their overall offensive efficiency, and make them a more complete team. It's the kind of move that can shift momentum, energize the locker room, and send a message to the rest of the league that Pittsburgh is back in the hunt with a vengeance. The AFC North is already one of the most competitive divisions in football, but a trade like this could tilt the scales further in favor of the Steelers, especially if they capitalize on their improved offensive firepower in the second half of the season. Pause here, just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick, and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. So in summary, the potential trade of T. Higgins to the Steelers is a move that has the potential to shake up the entire AFC North and set Pittsburgh up for a serious playoff push. It's about adding a proven playmaker who can elevate the offense and create mismatches all over the field. The Steelers have been building steadily, and this could be the final piece to push them into Super Bowl contention. Fans, this is one to watch closely because if it happens, it's going to be one of those moves that fans will be talking about for years. The combination of Higgins and Pickens could define the next era of Steelers football, bringing back that explosive, physical winning mentality that we all love. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Steelers. Do you think Higgins is the missing piece? Are you excited about the potential of this duo? Let us know. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news. Thanks for riding along with me today, and as always, let's go Steelers.